Hey, yeah, guys, long time to see you. This is a new vlog. This time I will teach you how to achieve more accurate the setting for classic Metallica song, just like a little bit like in the real life. Today I'm gonna use, of course, my multi-purpose 7-string guitar Ibanez 72 AX7221. A little bit louder, please, maybe something. Okay. This is a tone injustice for all. Now, to teach you, I did some template, but don't let's share the template just because it is useless to share template unless you have all the plugins download. I use download all of these, and then this will be complicated to share this. So I started up with this tone of Kill 'Em All. And this time I use different amp in different settings. So this is my setting. I use the retune to my guitar. Oh, this is not A1 tuning. Okay. Noise suppression by Vadim Taranov. My BGL Express to pass from to this double track. And TS3. This time I use Tube Screamer Overdrive from TSC, the guy that is saying to do that did the AX30, and of course they did Green Pedal TSC 808 Tube Screamer Overdrive, and this is just coming back in time in story of Metallica, where they first on the Kill 'Em All album, there was a pedal. It's called a rat pedal, something like that, the R747. And this is what this pedal was used first by Kirk Hammett on the first on the Kill 'Em All time. So I use especially this pedal because this is more accurate and something like that for the overdrive. And then drive this to the hybrid amp from Poland that produce a Marshall JCM and something like this, some kind of Marshall like that, because they use Marshall now back in the days. So I use the TSC R7, of course. I use the classic 2.0, the Kill 'Em All Impulse dual mono mode, routing mode. So the TSX 47, you can use the high quality if you want, but 3.3, 4.4% CPUs, but I use a low quality or default. So the BG Double Express R37 in stereo routing mode, because so your routing modes, put the drive around, let's say 9.5 o'clock, something like that. Filter at the middle and volume to max. Without this, it's purely crunchy. And you have turn it on and so you can hear the guitar, clocking guitar on the microphone. So I put that in the Poland amp in the channel MCJ. Yeah, suffer from some no, really not suffer, man. Maybe it's I found the word to when you anyway, fuck it, bye. Dyslexia, something like that. So the input that by the default, MCJ boost not usable. Put the drive at default. So the PLX mix by default the treble, but this is not. This is not affect the MC. This is not a part of the MCJ mode. This is about the PLS mode, but the MCJ mode is the PLS mix. Doesn't work on this part. The contour default bass. Put the bass on the 8, middle at 2, and treble at 2, 3, 4 around. Not too trebly on the mix. Put the amp power to. Default. The volume is all I put that at around 1.2 because I use a limiter, a Ferriterius, of course, because it was too loud. And then put the quality, you can put that to high if you want, but 5.1 versus 2.8% on a Core i5 Intel CPU. And of course, pretty important, stereo routing mode. So you add a little bit of reverb just like in the mix on the kilometer tone, and you get to the tone exact sound like. And what is this sound on the mix with the bass and the drum? Tone. So turn off this reverb, turn off the bass guitar, artificial bass guitar, and then let's go to the right lighting setting. So from the right lighting, the guys from Metallica use the Ibanez Tube Screamer pedal. So just replace the Rat pedal, the R47, to the TSC 808 Tube Screamer pedal. Replace. Use the same amp with the same setting. Stereo routing mode, of course. BG double express between the TS808 to do the. Anyway, this is really optional. I use that because you know me. I don't use any. I'm not a big fan of real double tracking. I love. So the TS808 setting. Put the drive at 9 o'clock, volume to max, tone to max, stereo, not necessary because this is before it's placed in front of BG double express plugin. And then the quality to put low because I don't do any difference. I put light to high, low quality. Yeah, anyway, no big difference. BG double express, pulling up Brit, you have the same setting as the right lighting before. All is on the pedal Tube Screamer overdrive. So you put a little bit of reverb just like in the mix like that. Bass guitar, drum. Okay, this is Johnny Metallica, Stamp is for Fool riff. I use this on. Now let's switch to Master Puppet. Same pedal, same setting, a little bit, but this time the amp put the drive to around 8. Reduce a little bit the bass. Maybe a little bit more bass. Scoop the middle at around maybe 1, treble at 4, the amp default and the rest for default. The TC808 the same setting, drive, and that's all. And of course the Puppet impulse, left impulse. So if I put it in the mix, slightly reverb a little bit like this, and put the bass and it. Oh no mix, and put that at 200 beat per minute. Oh yeah, a little sludgish. So this is the Master Puppet setting. setting accurate setting, so to not this reverb, and then put now the justice tone, justice fall tones, and as well as the Black Album. Yeah, I use the retone to mind the I mentioned this. Simple double express, no pedal. Only this time I use the Polynesian land. Green channel, input default, late channel, late mode, tone stack to off, drive to around. Let's say 2 o'clock, low, the default, scoop a little bit to the mid to 11 o'clock. I to 11 o'clock contour default, presents default, and put the volume at this level because of the limiter. Compression and all this to 10 o'clock, but this is up to you for the volume. And stereo routing mode, then put the quality too low because I want to save CPU. And put the justice impulse. You got the justice tone for good. You know, I get used a little bit to the 7-string guitar, but you know, at the long you get some muscle issue, hurt when you from switch for usually 6-string guitar to a 7-string guitar. But I get used, and of course it's about the weight of the guitar and the string gauge a little bit more heavier, from 10 to 0.60. This is a great song. Good. I so appreciate the long sustain of this guitar as well, and the easy way to do some pinch harmonic. So okay, with the justice fall tone and the low pitch, the low tuning, it sound like a crowbar. People know Crowbar, one of my favorite band. Really, maybe stoner rock or something, but stoner metal. I can say stoner metal. So for the same setting, Justice Fall as well as the Black Album, you keep the same setting as I mentioned there with the Polynesian. So let's say that Polynesian is like the Mesa Boogie part of Metallica, and then put the Black Album in some, let's say. Exactly the same. So you put a little reverb on it. Sound really cool, the palm mute. So this is usually the template. I save that once you did this part, did all the mix. Sorry for the reverb. Do all the mix, all the setting I've mentioned in this tutorial. You can also right-click your channel of your guitar rig and then save track as a template. So you can open track from template and see Metallica Black Guitar, just my template to save it there, and you can recall it whatever you want, whenever you want. So thanks for watching. This is my tutorial about more accurate Metallica tone with more accurate amp and setting and pedal like that. I don't know why I watched this part. This is a lens. This is weird. Hey, ciao.